Good afternoon, all the dignitaries on the dais, my fellow officers and colleagues, investors and all participants present here. I'm going to sharing the highlights of the Aurangabad Investors City. Can you run the presentation, please? Yeah. So AURIC is the popular name. It is a short form of the Aurangabad Investors City. Next slide, please. So relatively, it is a very young company, I would say, age around 8 years, and ATL, but in these 8 years, ATL is moved from strength to strength. In the year 2015, we started developing the infrastructure in this city, and in the year 2017, we could allocate or we could allot land to the 8 industrial units, and in 2019, the first major FDI in the form of the Hyosung, a South Korean technical textile company, invested around 1,500 crore, having potential of 300 persons employment. And I would happy to share that in the only 8 months, that company started from applying for the land to the production. So it is the one of the fastest, turnaround time for the company to start operating from AURIC. The node has formally launched by Honorable Prime Minister, sir, Honorable Minister for Commerce and Industry in 2019. And similarly, we also applied for getting the power distribution license. And I'm happy to share, all our infrastructure is in place. Whatever infrastructure, given mandate to us is completed now. And recently, we have got the power distribution license. This company may be the first company to get the power distribution license. This will help us to provide or the supply power at the cheaper rate as compared to the regular power supply rates. Next slide, please. ATL provides completely underground trunk infrastructure with plug-and-play facility to all the plots. We also have complete online and hassle-free process of approvals, and where all the services are online. Similarly, we have, as I said, we have the power distribution license in place, and hopefully by next year, by 1st January 2023, we will be able to provide power to our unit holders at a much competitive rate as compared to the others. And we are also, though we are dependent on the power supply from the normal or the conventional sources, but we are also targeting the non-conventional sources or the green sources by way of providing solar energy to the unit holders at a much competitive rates. As I said, we have the online and transparent approval system. All permissions for ATIL are online, including building plan and tree cutting. And an investor can get all the permission in a span of 2 to 3 weeks from the date of application. We have underground ICT, full suite of ICT integration in the areas such as SCADA control, utilities, and end-to-end fiber optic infrastructure. We have granted the EC, environmental clearance by MOEF, and that is in operation. But we are also trying to get the process of getting a complete process level EC from Government of India, and that process is on. Hopefully, in a couple of months, we will be able to secure that permission, that clearance as well. We have set up the fully equipped advanced CETP in both the nodes, because we have 2 nodes, Shendra and Bidkin. In both the nodes, the CETP are functional, and they are running successfully. Water, yes, the 24/7 water facility is available. We are, taking water from the nearby Jayakwadi Dam. But though we are getting the raw water, but we are also depending, using the recycled water. And the quantum is around 42%. We would like to take it further to 50%, so that our 50% of the water requirement can be met through the recycled water. Next slide, please. AURIC is a reliable brand, has proved to be a place where investors have placed their trust, and that can be shown by the numbers here. If you look at the Shendra project, in the last 5 years, it is almost getting saturated. We could allocate 58% of the industrial land, and only 42% industrial land is available. If we look at in terms of the quantum, 138 acres of land is available for allotting to the industrial units. Similarly, the Bidkin node is also coming up. Recently, we could allocate land to the two mega mega unit holders. One is Costco Film, and the other one is Piramal Pharma. And both will start operating from the next year because we are also facilitating all the permissions in no time. The available land parcels. Now, as I said, we have only 132-acre land available in Shendra node, but we have a state-of-art AURIC hall where we can come for setting up your IT unit or the startup unit. Similarly, the office space is also available there. It is a plug-and-play facility for all these units, and it is available at the very cheaper and very reasonable rate. From the day one, you can start operating from that place without any hassle. In Bidkin area, we have almost 2,000 acres of land available, and we are in dialogue with the various companies, and hopefully, in a shortest time, we could allocate this land, and that would be playing a crucial role for overall socio-economic development of this region. The next slide, please. Yeah, next slide. So this is the, please stay on the earlier slide. Ji, sir. So the Shendra AURIC hall, as I said, the first floor, second floor, the 3-4 floors are available for plug and play, so you can set up your units there. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah. So this is the indicative photograph of indicating all the facilities which are available, and all the facilities are underground. So it is, a very representative image, and all the facilities are depicted there. Next slide, please. Now we also have submitted our proposal under PM Mitra for setting up 1,000-acre textile park, and that is also in the process of approval. We are also developing some infrastructure for developing food processing park, and hopefully in 6 months from now, those infrastructure would be in place, and we can set up food processing units over there. Similarly, this AITL is now, growing the statewide, because we are also targeting Digi Industrial Port, industrial area development. Similarly, the Satara, the selection of land parcels is in process, and hopefully that will come through in no time. So this is about my presentation. As Honorable Prime Minister Sir always stress upon the inclusive growth, सबका साथ सबका विकास. यहाँ हमारे पास में जो भी इन्वेस्टर्स आते हैं उनको हम हमारा पार्टनर समझते हैं, ना कि वो इन्वेस्टमेंट भले इन्वेस्टर है भले कि उनको पार्टनर समझते हैं, और उनकी कोई भी दिक्कत हो कोई भी तकलीफ हो तो उसके साथ हम खड़े रहते हैं, क्योंकि हमको ये पता है कि वो अगर बढ़ेंगे तभी हम बढ़ेंगे, साथ चलेंगे तभी बढ़ेंगे. धन्यवाद, आपने मुझे समय दिया, और आपके कुछ सवाल अगर रहे, क्वेरीज रही तो निश्चित रूप से हम आपको उपलब्ध रहेंगे और आपको निराकरण करने का प्रयास करेंगे. धन्यवाद.
Thank you so much, sir, for your informative presentation.